Welcome back to my channel, guys. And in today's session, we will be exploring flow, and we'll be creating very simple flow. And I'll give you the business case in a second. Before we actually dive in, we just need to talk a little bit about flow. So flow is one of the automation tools, no-code automation tool that was introduced by Salesforce a couple years ago, but that's the latest and according to Salesforce, the best tool that you can utilize on Salesforce platform. We're all familiar with the workflow rules as well as process builders. You probably heard about them, but Salesforce recommends you to transition all those automations to the flow, which is the latest tool by Salesforce. So I will not waste your time, and then I will just quickly go and show you the business case. So business case, every time we create a new account with industry field as biotechnology, automatically make rating as hot. As hot. Yeah, of course. So we all know that biotechnology has a lot of money. So as a sales representative, I know that if there's account in biotechnology, they will have a lot of money. So therefore, I will make my account very hot. Okay. So very simple use case. And in this case, I will show you how to create this simple flow, and just guess which will you be utilizing. We all know it's going to be a record triggered flow. Do you think it's going to be a action before or after? Leave that in the comment section, and then try to do it yourself. If not, let's go to my org. So here's a flow, and I will be creating a new flow. So we're going to be starting from scratch. It's going to be a record triggered flow. So record triggered flow launched when a record is created, updated, or deleted. So it doesn't have like any UI type of thing. It will be just like automatically automation is applied on the back end. Let's click that, create. So this screen will show you basically on which object you want to utilize or where at what's going to be triggering this specific flow, right? We need to specify the object, right? In this case, it's going to be account. At the same time, here you have also sections. When this going to be executed specifically, like it's going to be on creation, or it's going to be triggered on update, or is it going to be triggered on both? Each time you create an account or each time you update an account, right? So, or you can also make sure this triggers when you delete a record, right? So let's go ahead and specify the object. In this case, it's going to be account. I want to execute this every time I create an account, right? So I will leave this as it is. And here's the answer to my previous questions. It's going to be like basically, is it going to be executed like a record before trigger or after, right? Those are two sections. And the one which we want to use is the fast field updates, which basically executes the command before you save, before any DML to your org. And the DML is execution is basically goes against the org, and it will be saved up, right? So before we actually save that record, account record, we want to modify the fields. So that's what we leave it right here. And then we also want to do, to make it more efficient, we want to apply some conditions right here. There's the options for conditions. We have 4 of those. The one which we're looking for is the first one. All conditions are met. And back to our requirements was, like basically in this section, we need to make sure the industry has to be biotechnology. So every time that biotechnology, that's the only time we will be executing this 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 like a trigger, right? Like I'm in flow. So I'll be showing you in this industry is equal. See, so you can also automatically see all the options. Pick list option. The one which I'm looking for is biotechnology. That's that. So that's when you will have this done. Let's go ahead and save this. Okay, let's make sure saved. It's gonna be account biotech biotechnology flow. Here we go. Save that. All right. So now we need to make sure we apply that assignment, right? So in order to do the assignment, you have to go to your flow, and then you see this. If you highlight your flow, there's a section that's plus. You can click it, and the one which we're looking for will be the assignment. And here we'll just say assign rating to hot. So here we go. So under variable section, you can see it automatically gives us an option as a record. So this is basically telling us like a $sign record. So this tells us on which account this will be executed on. And you can see this record means on account that was executed, like the start of this flow. So you click on that, and then you specify the industry. I'm sorry, you actually specify the rating. That's what you're trying to update. And in this case, it's going to be equal, and it's going to be hot. Let's go ahead and save that. So now it's inactive. Always make sure you want to debug before you activate your flow, so it doesn't interrupt the business itself or the org. You can also run. The difference between run and debug is basically when you run it, those changes will be applied. But when debugging, you can actually roll it back. But this is not part of that tutorial. Let's just quickly activate it just to see if this works, right? Let's go to our org. Let's create a new account, test account hot. Test account. And so the requirements for this flow to trigger was to have industry as biotechnology. So here we go. We specify this. As you can notice, I'm not actually saving it up, right? Just yet. I didn't apply the DML, right? Just now. So once I specify the industry as biotechnology, and then when I save it, as for now, rating says none. So let's go ahead and save this. And then you can see under details, you can see rating changed to hot, which means our automation and the flow worked in this case, right? So let's show you, for example, it didn't work for other. For example, if I create account test 2 and an industry specifies agriculture, save it, you will see that rating hasn't been modified, right? So that's a quick example of this simple flow. Go ahead and play with it. It's very simple. Hope if you have any questions, just comment in this under this video. Hopefully you find this video helpful and follow for more. Thanks.